Nice to meet you, Jennifer.
Nice to meet you too.
That's right, Diamonds and Whiskey, they are with us, and believe me, let's get the show on the road. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock, 32 degrees, Barbara. I win. I absolutely win. I said it would get to that high. Tuesday, January the 28th, and I'm absolutely elated right now. Got to thank everybody on Facebook Live that are joining us for this interview, because I'm joined, would you believe? Now, I'm a little confused. Jenny Webb or Jennifer... well, I had another name. It was Jennifer Rowe that I've got on Skype. Which one am I talking to?
Oh, honey, I'm all of those women. So Jenny Webb, that's my name. That's what I go by. And so Rowe is my maiden name. And that's who I was, and this is who I am. So you're getting a little of everything.
Nice. Well, you know, I've got to be honest with you. You made me fall in love with you straight away by commenting on my beard, and then she tells me I'm in bed with her. Literally, she's in a bedroom on the bed right now. You know, guys just don't get this luxury, I tell ya.
No, they don't.
No, and believe me, I don't know how I found myself in your bedroom, but thank you for being a part of Galaxy 107 FM. I love that.
Well, thank you for having me in my bedroom on your show.
You know, do I call you Jenny or do I call you Jennifer? Which would you prefer?
So I like Jenny just fine.
Nice, nice, absolutely brilliant. Well, Jenny, I got to be honest with you. From the very first time that I heard your music, now it's not easy to get an interview here at Galaxy. It really is a mission. And let me explain this. Barbara works tirelessly with bands from around the world on a daily basis. We may get between 20 to 50 bands wanting an interview. So there is quite a process. She cuts through most of that, then takes the best of that and puts it through to production. Production and Barbara disagree quite a bit, and then they cut that down so that they can take it to a board of between 8 and 12 people, depending on what the circumstances are, because we have 12 on our board, and they only have one thing in mind, that's our image. Whether we've got the good music, we don't play the garage band kind of bands, if you know what I mean. We only play the good stuff. Having said that, we've been playing you now for a little while. So that comes then to me on a little device, and I plug you into my car stereo and go driving by myself, literally. So, well, two reasons. First reason is, A, nobody can influence me on whether I want to do the interview with that person based on that music. I don't know anything about it, literally. All I have is the music. Secondly, nobody wants to go driving with me.
Nobody?
Nobody wants to go driving with me, my friend. They really, really don't. Because we are in a little milling town in between three major cities, so therefore lots of country back roads with forestry, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, nobody wants to come driving that way with me. Now, that's how I decide whether I'm going to follow through with an interview or not at the end of the day. So,
okay.
I heard your music, and, well, it has been a little while since we've been playing it, and absolutely loved it. It is absolutely an honour for me to be able to meet you and discuss
Thank you.
not only a bit of your past, a bit about the band, and a bit of your future, but also maybe discussing whether you would consider coming to New Zealand. So we will talk about that down the track. First of all, we played Heartbreak Queen. Tell me a little bit about it. How did you come to the lyrics of that?
So, Heartbreak Queen, I actually wrote those lyrics to a funk beat many years ago. But it's just about being a strong woman and leaving a quake in your path, So I've got that good time, bad girl feel. Line it up out the park, walk away with the steel. It's about female empowerment, and just being a strong woman and knowing, I'm going to roll for your town. It's about traveling around, playing music, and being that gypsy soul, and being okay with that.
I get that. I do. And I absolutely love Heartbreak Queen. I really, really do. But before we go too much further, I think we should give a shout out to the band, of course, Alina, who plays fiddle, mandolin, and piano. Now, she comes from Russia. Which part?
Yes, Siberia. Born and raised in Siberia. And she is just phenomenally talented. I can't say enough about her showmanship and the way she plays. She definitely leaves an impression.
I believe me, I haven't met her. Literally, this is the first member of the band that I'm meeting at this time. Mm-hmm. You never know, we might be able to meet the rest of the band in another interview later on down the track. Brandon Lambert, guitar, bass and vocals, and of course Chris McKinney. Now, he plays drums.
Yes.
I got to let you know that name sounds familiar to me. What's his past? Where's he from before he joined Diamonds and Whiskey?
Oh gosh, he's played in so many different bands, The Coming Dawn, and I don't know, mostly rock bands. So my guys all come from different areas. He's definitely our rocker, and so he's played in a lot of local bands around Charlotte. I think he's moved around a lot. He's lived up north in the States, but he's been in the North and South Carolina region for several years now. And I scooped him up about 3 years ago. He's been with me since the beginning. That's when we started.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I understand. But, I got to say that his name does sound familiar to me. I'm sure I have met the man on an interview somewhere, somehow, in a band down way back in the past, if you know what I mean. So,
right.
I still feel... now, I got to let you know, I'm an engineer myself, 30 plus years of being not only a studio engineer, but also front of house manager, all sorts of things like that. Toured around the world with some of the biggest bands in the world, and I even see one of your interests or influences here is a band that I've worked with for many, many years. So we'll have a chat about that later. We will. Now,
okay.
I got to ask you straight away, and this is a fan question, Jenny. How do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Jenny, do you respond?
Oh yes, I respond. So yes, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can just search Diamonds and Whiskey. On Instagram, it's Diamonds and Whiskey Official. And yes, we do respond. I respond. I also have Paige, who handles our social media, and she's on it. So we're very quick to respond as well. So you're gonna get a hold of us if you message us. We love that. We love to interact with our fans. So anybody that wants to talk to us, we're into that.
Now, you mentioned Paige. Now, Paige is basically your press contact. Liz Gregory as well, Talent Productions Nashville. Got to give a shout out as well for the general manager, Peggy Lafrate. Is that the right way to say that?
It's Iafrate. It's an I, so it's Peggy Iafrate. She is with Strega Entertainment. They're in Boston, Nashville, and LA. That is our manager. I've been with her since late spring this past year, and she's amazing, absolutely amazing. And Liz is our booking agent, as you said, and then Paige manages. I think Paige is like the hardest working person I've ever met. So I have this team of women that are all just incredible. I feel really, really blessed.
You know, believe me, I think the team that's working for you literally is working for you. It really, really is. And it is so humbling to have you here at Galaxy. Literally, right now we're 64 countries and 96 cities around the world are tuning into us today. So believe me, it is finally good to make you a global entity. It really is. And I note down the track here that you want to be in the world stage. So, okay, we will put you there. We will literally do that. But first of all, tell me about Sugar Stick.
So Sugar Stick is my fun track. So yeah, I this is what we close our show with. People love this song. It's just fun. It's about when you meet someone and they drive you up the wall, but you don't want to live without them. Like they drive you crazy, but you can't live without you. Probably so that woman there might do that to you. I don't know, but that's what this song is about. Yeah, take one step for the thrill. I take 2 steps, it's overkill. I'm walking on the edge of love and hate. It's about that fine line where you're so just in it, And then, my mama says you're the devil's friend, but you're sugar on a stick. I want to lick it clean. So it's a little dirty for a country. So that song's probably not going to make the radio with that line over here anyway. But people love it. I mean, when we play it live, people go crazy. So yeah, it's just about that. It's about loving someone so much, but them driving you up the wall.
I absolutely understand that. I really do. I get it. So, right here at Galaxy 107 FM, here is Diamonds and Whiskey, Sugar Stick.
I take 1 step for the thrill, I take 2 steps.
Gosh, it's hot in here. I say that all the time though, don't I?
Hi, Lee Holman.
Hello,
How's
Lee.
Stevie?
Hello,
Hi,
Lee.
Paige.
Paige, nice to have you
she's
with
talking
us.
about Paige
Yeah,
Gregory.
we're just talking about you. Paige is online right now.
And
Jenny.
so is Liz.
Hey, Paige.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Liz.
And Liz.
Yeah, Liz Gregory, they're both
Nice.
online.
Nice.
Checking up on you, Grant.
Checking up on me.
Yeah.
I'm behaving myself. I'm being a gentleman. I really am. Unfortunately, Jenny hasn't given me any stick at the moment. I'm sure she'll work up to it though.
Yep,
Yeah.
she will.
You're allowed to give me as much stick as you like. So after this we have Muddy Water and we'll have a
Hi,
chat about
Rory.
that.
I hope Janet's okay.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. Yes.
Nice,
Hi,
nice.
Ricky
And
from Aussie.
I meant it when we will talk
Hi,
about
Tim. Love you.
you and the band coming to New Zealand. I know Barbara
Hi,
is a big
Cheryl.
fan of the idea because
Right.
literally we would love to be able to put you in front of New Zealand audiences here in Aotearoa. So we'll have a chat about that as well. But I've got to warn you, we're a little crazy down here down under. We are. We like to have as much fun and play as we do in work.
Right.
So if you're up for a challenge, or you feel like making one of your band members up for a challenge, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Cheryl says she's
I'm into that. Like we're dying to get over there, so we're hoping that happens. I think we would do well there. And we have a great live show, so
Awesome.
it'll be awesome.
Awesome. I am looking forward to it. I want to see this live. Cheryl Arnold, I agree with you. Thank you for agreeing with me. Love Cheryl Arnold. Really do. She's a band member herself. And
Oh, nice.
we have so many band members and so many fans
And
that
Move Penny.
watch this. Move Penny, a New Zealand artist, tuned in. Anyway, let's go back to the desk. And of course, Cheryl Arnold is from the Blue Mariah Band.
And Liz Gregory loves this song.
Awesome. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 19 after 11 o'clock. It is 31 degrees downtown. Hot! Damned hot, I tell you. It really, really is. And I'll tell you what, inside here at the office, 90.1 degrees Fahrenheit. It is sweltering. And that's with all the windows and everything. We don't have air conditioning, unfortunately, so we've got to make do with the fans and everything we've got, literally. Yeah, it happens. It really does. Sweat can happen. Anyway, sorry to say that to you, Jenny. It really is a pleasure to meet you. And I note that Liz Gregory is online right now, following us in what we're doing. I promised I would be a gentleman. I really have. And so, believe me, but you can give me as much stick as you like.
Oh, I'll remember that. No, I will do that. No. So, hey, Liz, I don't know if she can, I guess she's watching, so I love you, Liz.
There you go. Good plug. Good plug. Now, you're coming out of North Carolina. Now, I used to stay just a little ways away from Nashville in a little place called Newport. Now, I'm just wondering if you've got the same kind of characters that I kind of lived with, where they would disappear into the bush in the middle of the night and come back with jars of clear stuff that I thought they were going to run their car on.
Yes, we have lots of characters.
Believe me, the first time I ever tried that product, I got tore up from the floor up.
Right? That's the way we say it around here.
Well, there you go. You can tell that I've been there. I'm just not used to, well, you guys call them mason jars. We kind of call them something you put peaches in.
Right, right, yeah.
We're civil around here. We use glasses.
Oh, okay. No, we love our jars. In fact, the trophy I got the other night is in the shape of a mason jar.
Now, I want to talk to you about that, but not just yet, because I really want to get into, of course, hands down. I don't know how far my hands are supposed to be, but down apparently, and we will talk about that later coming up. Having said that, we have mentioned maybe you would consider bringing the band over here to New Zealand. Now, please keep in touch with Barbara. She's the manager of Aurora Entertainments, and that brings bands into the country. Of course, we need to talk about sponsorship and bits and pieces like that, and how we can work together to make this absolute dream for me happen, because we want to see you here in New Zealand, on New Zealand stages, playing in front of New Zealand audiences. We really, really do. But having said that, you see, there's more play than work involved with us here at Galaxy. We like to do a few things a little out of the box. In fact, we don't think there's a box because the earth is round, not square.
Right.
So, are you up for a challenge?
Oh, yes, always.
I like this idea. Right, let's start with this then. Have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
Have I ever been of a what?
Have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
No.
Okay, you must be familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yes.
Well, this is like a caterpillar on steroids. It's like a double-decker bus to a mini. It's huge, it's white, got a black head. And what you do is when you put the live body in your mouth, bite off the head. Don't eat the head, it's yucky. But when you crunch down, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
All of the staff in this room just zoomed in on your face right then. Priceless. But believe me, maybe a couple of mason jars prior and after might go down accordingly.
Yes,
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Now, you've really got to wonder about the guy that hands you a bowl of these things, right? Yeah,
Oh, I'm wondering.
you do. Well, the native New Zealander, known as the Maori here in New Zealand, the indigenous New Zealanders, they have them as a delicacy. Now,
I see.
yeah, so we do this to everybody that we bring into the country. It's part of the culture, part of the charisma of us here in Galaxy as well. And also down on the west coast of the South Island, we're made up of 3 major islands. The west coast of the South Island is a place called Hokitika, where we have wild foods festivals. That's where we kind of deep fry things you shouldn't deep fry.
Oh, no.
We make a point of it. We really, really do. But having said that, we'll take you down to Queenstown, for instance. Now, that's a little boutique kind of town that's trying to be a bit of a city, and it's the place where all the A-listers from around the world go and escape away from their friends that they take with them.
I see.
Yeah, you never know who you might meet down there. Shania Twain has property down there. Kevin Costner was there not so long ago. Same with Tom Cruise was down there. And so, believe me, you never know who you might bump into, and, well, even me. You might find me down there from time to time as well. So duck and cover when you see me coming.
I'll know the beard.
Yeah, literally, because you never know. I don't know, Barbara. We'll throw her off a bridge.
No.
Yes, let's do that. Let's throw her off a bridge.
No.
You know, the whole band, in fact. Let's throw them all off a bridge.
Brandon will. He said he'll eat the hoo-hoo. Because Brandon
is
online.
he's listening as well. Brandon's there as well. Well, Brandon, yes, we do.
So listen, wait. You have to call him Blam. B-L-A-M. His name is Blam. Like B-Lam, but we've shortened it to Blam. So that's how he's known now across the globe.
Okay, so there you go, Brandon.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. Blam. Love it. Now, Jenny, we have a thing here in New Zealand we call bungee jumping. And, well, I'd be honoured if you would like to join us in a little bit of, well, I don't know, falling is good.
You bring me to New Zealand, and I will bungee jump with you.
Awesome. Well, I tell you what.
As a promise.
I tell you what. I'll let you bungee jump by yourself because I do it by myself, and I do it quite regularly. I got to be straight up with you. But if you want to do something together with me, what about a little bit of tandem parachuting?
I've always wanted to do that. It is on my bucket list, so let's do it.
Nice, because I do that very, very regularly. I'm part of the local skydiving team. I'm a member of it anyway. Yes, I've been doing it for a number of years since I left the Air Force. So, literally, it is something that I absolutely love. It's just exiting a perfectly good airplane. So, if you feel like you would like to do that, I'd be honoured to do one with you.
I'm a little nervous, but I will do it.
Nice. Now, I just got to have your husband's permission just to make sure that everything's kosher. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need to worry about that. I do whatever I want.
Awesome. If not, I'll do it with him anyway.
Right.
Anyway, having said that, have you ever heard of a Zorb?
No.
Right. Well, in a place we call Rotorua, which is a native, basically, Maori city. It's a tourist city where we go and have a look at all sorts of things Maori, but it is literally a city. You can buy, shop, stay, eat, all that sort of stuff involved. Is, of course, a place called Hell's Gate, and we would love to be able to take you there, show you what it looked like way back in the past, much like you have the Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park.
Mm-hmm.
We have much
Right.
the same kind of thing, which takes you way back in time, if you know what I mean, when the Maoris were first coming around. Absolutely stunning. Now, I asked you about a Zorb. A Zorb is literally a big, clear plastic ball. Now, I recommend lots and lots of mason jars before you get into it. And we'll roll you down a hill. We'll put some people in front of you. It's like human Skittles. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, why I recommend a couple of mason jars before you get in, and take my advice here, it makes it far more funnier when you roll over their faces. It's priceless. Look, the expressions on their faces as you roll over. But more importantly, there may just be a little more liquid in there than when you first got in.
I was going to say, does the puke just like move around with you?
Don't worry, we got a hose.
Wear your bikini.
But at the same time, Jenny, have you heard of Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah, J.R. Tolkien, yeah, I'm a huge fan.
Okay, well, about an hour and a half from where we are here in Kawerau, and we're between Rotorua, Whakatane and Tauranga, which is a big export city. Literally, we're about an hour and a half away from a little place called Matamata. Now, at Matamata, it does matter in Matamata, it really does, because that's where Hobbiton is. The set, of course, the very first part of Lord of the Rings. And we would love to be able to take you and the band there, show you around, have a few wines and stuff like that. Just enjoy the ambience of being on that set. What do you think?
I would love that. I'm a huge fan. So one of my favorite books ever is The Hobbit. And of course I love the movies. I like the Lord of the Rings movies better, but the book, The Hobbit, is one of my favorites. So I would really, really love that.
Well, I'll give you a little secret. Sir Peter Jackson is actually a friend of mine. I went to university with him when he was training to make movies way back in the day. So literally, you never know, I might be able to get on the interwebby and the phony thing and get him to come and meet us there. Yeah, he's quite an approachable man. He really, really is. Love Sir Peter Jackson. But what he did with J.R. Tolkien's books, priceless.
Oh, it was amazing. I've seen them many times. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, so I would die if that happened. I would just die of happiness.
Well, we will see what we can do for you. Having said that, we would love to be able to take you to Auckland, our biggest city, out on the harbour at night time, have a meal, wines, take in the ambience. Absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. Would you be into that?
Yes. I would love that. That would be awesome. I'm ready now. I'll be over there in a couple days.
I'll be at the airport waiting. In fact, Barbara will be at the airport waiting. But I've got to let you into a little secret. Barbara is an Olympic shopper. So if there's something that you want to do in that style, Barbara will take care of you. She really, really will. She knows all the in places to go.
Well, she's my favorite. I'm just letting you know. I like you just fine, but she's my favorite. So... we'll be tight.
Okay, I can handle that. Fine. 29 away from 12 o'clock. It is 35 degrees. Hot. Absolutely hot out there. Please, tell me a little bit about Muddy Water.
So, growing up, my Memo, we call him Memo and Pepaw here. My Memo used to tell me that she couldn't see through muddy water. Now, there were two reasons she would say this. One was if my head was in her rearview mirror so she couldn't see the cars, And the other was if someone was lying. And so he'd say, well, honey, you can't see through muddy water. And so I wrote this song. I got angry at a friend of mine that really hurt my feelings. And she kicked me when I was down, which are the words in there. And this is one of my favorites because it's about rising above that and being classy. And, basically saying you can't see through muddy water. And you can't. But you learn from what people do to you. So you learn from the lessons that are taught to you, from your mistakes and other people's. So that's what this song is about.
Life lessons, believe me, I know what you mean there. And I couldn't believe that anybody would kick you when you're down anyway. It wouldn't happen. It really wouldn't. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Of course, we're talking to Jenny Webb from, of course, Diamonds and Whiskey. Here's Muddy Water.
We've got Chris McKinney on too. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Chris. Thank you for joining us.
He's looking at his boss lady.
He's looking at his boss lady, Chris McKinney.
No, that's what the guy Lambert said.
That's what, Blam.
Yeah.
Blam.
Blam.
I'm up with the play.
Everybody in New Zealand needs to know him as that. So do you know who Luke Combs is?
Luke Combs.
Yeah,
of course we know
okay, so,
Luke.
Yeah, Luke is a big star. And so Brandon, or Blam, looks just like Luke Combs. So we get that everywhere we go. They think he's Luke Combs. So we're going to start using that. But he's definitely the star. When we walk in a room, everybody's like, oh, is it Luke Combs? But I'm like, nope, it's just Blam.
Yeah, it's just Blam.
I'm going to have shirts made with Blam on them.
Yeah, or just Blam.
Yes, just Blam.
Just Blam, yeah.
And don't
absolutely.
forget Chris.
Well,
he wants to have a drink in Hobbit Town.
Nice, and I would love to have a drink with Chris as well. I absolutely would love that.
Chris McKinney is my nerd in the band, like me. We love Star Wars and we love Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. We're into the fantasy thing, so he's my buddy when it comes to that sort of thing. We also like the same humor. You should have Chris on and do his impressions sometimes. They're quite impressive.
I would love to have the whole band on at some stage in the near future. Maybe we could do this again. What do you reckon?
Yes, all of us. It would be a blast. You would love them.
It would be. I would. I absolutely would. I've got a bit on your dossier right here about diamonds and whiskey that I absolutely love, and I think I want to get this across to our listeners because well worded, absolutely well worded, but I'm a little worried about the word execution.
Okay.
Okay, especially raw passion mixed with careful execution. Who are you executing? Anyway, Barbara, while we're off here, should I do the 5 questions of 50 Shades of Grey?
Go on then.
Yeah, go on then. All right,
All these
hold on.
people here. Oh, you were doing it off here, not on here.
Yeah, I'm going to do it on here. I was just asking you off
Oh,
here.
okay. Oh, okay.
There we go. There's the
Oh,
one.
that'll be interesting. Hey, Paige. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Summer.
You know, I'm going to have to talk to the director and ask him if he could put cool beats in there instead of hot beats, because believe me, it's just too hot today. It's just reflecting on everything. It really, really is. It is 24 away from 12 o'clock, 34 degrees right now outside, and it is Tuesday, January 28th. Absolutely elated to meet Jenny Webb, of course, from the band Diamonds and Whiskey. Now, at the same time, I've got people taking photos all over the place. You're going to get a copy of all of this, and believe me, you'll be able to put a video together for us. You'll be able to put the photos on your, well, you know, put it on your homepage or something like that, and just show your friends on your phones and stuff like that. This is Kiwis. It's not healthy to do things with them.
I see.
Not
healthy.
Yeah, basically you don't have to be crazy to work here, but it helps. It does.
I probably belong there then.
Welcome into the family.
All women are a little crazy.
Nice. Now, folks, I've got to read this because I think it's very, very poignant. Diamonds and Whiskey, a combination of Beauty Queen and Hellraiser alike. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm just wondering which one's the Beauty Queen and which one's the Hellraiser?
Okay, so we're both a little of both, actually. You know, Elena's a gorgeous woman, but she's our whiskey girl. You know, she's the whiskey in the band, and so we're both Hellraisers, really. On stage, we're just, I don't even know how to describe it. I can't wait for you to see it, but we're in your face. So you get a little of both, the beauty and then the other side of, you know, we'll get you.
Nice. I am so looking forward to this. I really, really am. This rocking country group is set to take the world with their brand of country music. Well, you know what? Now you are on the world stage. Literally over 5.5 million people are listening to you right now, Jenny. Carolina native Jenny and Russian-born Elena are the perfect combination of barroom beauty and backwoods danger. Interesting. That's interesting wording. It really is. Raw passion with mixed with a careful execution. Now, I'm wondering who they're going to execute, really. Probably by the time they leave New Zealand, it'll be me. They lead this group and are likened to Country Heart. Now, I know Heart. Absolutely stunning band, very talented, been around forever, love them. Big vocals, staggering stage presence, and incredible musicianship. I'm sold. I'm sold. I really am.
You won't be disappointed. So that talks up a lot. The show's even better. So I brag on my band all the time, but I'm telling you, I play with just world-class musicians. They're incredible. And so no one leaves our show without being blown away. And that's what we want to leave. And we leave it all out there. We're exhausted when we're done.
I can get to that. I really can relate to that. I really, really can. Been around the world a couple of times working with some big name bands over the years, and they've all done the same thing, literally. Leave it on the stage. By the time you get off, I actually saw one guy literally crawling down the back steps just to get to the green room afterwards. He was that staggered afterwards. So believe me, it's all about giving the crowd every ounce of energy you've got to give them. Get them involved and have a lot of fun doing it. Do you agree?
Absolutely. So our live show, I think our music's incredible, don't get me wrong, but our live show, I mean, we sell it. So we can go play our original music and people are in it, because when you sell your music to the crowd and you really give it all you got, that's when people fall in love with that. And it's all about your connection, you know, so it's about how you connect to the crowd. It's not about being perfect on stage. That's not it. It's about how you connect. And so I feel like my band's really good about that. I enjoy that connection, but my fiddle player, man, I just can't wait for you to see her. I mean, she really is something. So and it's great to be a female-fronted band and go do that, you know, blow people away like that. Yeah.
I get it. I do. Believe me. I'm a big fan of big stage presence. I really, really am. I've been on stage a number of times myself, doing a number of different things. But don't get me wrong, I can't sing. Well, I sing tenor. Or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that could hear me.
Right.
Now, our choices today, of course, of the music that we have chosen have been taken out of literally a plethora of Diamonds and Whiskey music, including we've missed out 25 to Life, Hold On, Hook, Wasted on Your Love, and Whiskey Down. I love Whiskey Down, I really, really do.
It's a good, just first song I ever wrote.
Well, you know, unfortunately we are limited to the amount of time that we have to be able to get all of this in. Otherwise we would be here for a couple of hours, and believe me, I would love that. I really, really would. But the engineer has put in not only my favourite song, but my second favourite song, and we're working towards our favourite one very, very shortly. But please, Jenny, tell me about Hero.
So Hero is so 25 to Life and Hero are my two very personal songs on the album. Hero is actually, it's actually written about my mother. It sounds like a breakup song, but I have Lyme disease, and I have struggled with Lyme disease. I didn't know I had it. I was bitten by a tick when I was 12, and I was sick for 13 years, blind and deaf on my right side, in a wheelchair, liver, heart failing by the time I was 25. Finally got the diagnosis for Lyme disease, and then I've been fighting it ever since. And so if you know anything about Lyme, which I hear it's pretty rampant over in Australia and other areas, but it really cognitively messes with your mind. And so I felt like I was losing my mind. And so Hero was written in the depths of my despair, where I was pushing everyone away. And I was so sick, and my mother would not give up on me. And so I wrote this song for her, You Can't Be My Hero, but she was trying so hard, but I felt like a burden, so I was pushing her away. But that's what the song's about. It's a very personal song to me, and I do love it. It's one of my favorites, but it's one that I have a hard time playing live without crying, because it means so much to me. Because she really did save my life.
Well, you know, I knew there was a reason why I liked this so much. Second favourite Diamonds and Whiskey song here at Galaxy 107 FM is Hero.
It's got a lovely voice.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jenny, I don't know whether I should say this or not, but I've got a Lyme's disease joke if you want to hear it.
Oh, yeah. You got to joke about things.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, I like a wedge of Lyme's disease with my coronavirus bottle.
With your coronavirus bottle.
Nothing like having a bottle of coronavirus with a slice of Lyme's disease in it. Dee Schneider from, of course, Twisted Sister, people like that. So we're going to be doing stuff like that. So he's online. He's trying to call us right now. So, Gear, I apologise. Bad timing, brother man. We'll give you a call back very, very shortly. I promise you that. I think he likes you. He follows our interviews all the time. Now,
nice.
As I said, we'll do a very, very quick video at the end of this to put on our website, because as I said, we have 5+ million an hour go through our website, so they all go and have a look at stuff. But we'll do a second one for a little place who's our sister company over in Jacksonville, Florida. They are a late night television show, and they take all of our interviews, chop them to pieces, go and play them. Would you mind if we sent some music over that way to them, and so they can play it on? Now check this out, they get about 60,000 viewers a night. Let's go back to the desk. She's frozen now, I freaked her out.
Yeah, we'll get it back.
Yeah, of course we will.
Might be best to disconnect and reconnect.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It looks like we're getting a bad connection. So what I'm going to do, literally, is I'll play a band, Ozark Mountain Daredevils, and try and give her a ring back. Bear with us, folks.
Oh, can you turn it down? I might get banned. Okay.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Sorry, folks, we're getting it right.
Yeah, bear with us, folks. Unfortunately, that's the good and the bad of the internet sometimes. I'll just put it on another song just to be sure of it. Jenny, please come back. I know. Yeah, no, she's gone offline. Oh dear. Here we go. Hello.
I loved you.
Welcome back.
Oh, I was panicked.
Dear, dear, dear. Right, I'll just get... Because we're right at the pinnacle of this, if you know what I mean. We've got hands down.
Yes.
So I just threw in a song just to cover us while we got back again. But I was telling you about a TV company that we're working with in Jacksonville, Florida.
Right.
Now, if you get a message from a guy called Frank Moomer, please answer it, because
I'll get him in touch with Paige, might be better.
Yeah.
Jenny, because she's her media person.
There you go. Okay,
I'll put it through Paige. So
we would
Paige,
love to be
if you're
able to see
listening,
you get on their TV shows, if you know what I mean, as well.
Paige is online,
Yeah,
so
that'd
she'll
be great. Thank you.
Pages online,
Yeah.
so yeah, okay. You guys can talk about that.
Yeah.
But believe me,
We will.
it's all about promotions, Jenny. It really is, and we try and get the people we love as much exposure globally as we can with as many medias as we can. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, I tell you what, we'll go back to the desk now because the song's running out. I'll have a chat to you. There you go, Ozark Mountain Daredevils. If you want to get to heaven, well, don't try my stairway to heaven. Believe me, the escalator goes down, not up. Unfortunately, 11 away from 12 o'clock, it is 34 degrees downtown. Unfortunately, we had a few technical difficulties, and we've got Jenny back from, of course, Diamonds and Whiskey. And Jenny, I was talking about a TV show that we are associated with in Jacksonville, Florida. Believe me, 60,000 viewers a night. Absolutely stunning audience listenership there. So we'd like to be able to forward you onto that. But having said that, I think it's about time for the 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grant. Are you up for a bit of a giggle, are you?
I will try. I'm here.
Okay. Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of UK. Jacinda Ardern, New Zealand's Prime Minister. She's an absolute gem. She really is. Angela Merkel, Chancellor of Germany, and Donald Trump. Which is the odd one out?
Oh, I think I don't know. I guess I'll go with the Trump.
Yeah, the rest of the politicians.
Right, exactly.
Besides, he's the same.
He seems to be the odd man out anyway. So.
I love the way he talks. I really do. Anyway, I also like the colour that he wears. You know, it's the same colour as his impeachment, isn't it?
Oh gosh.
Now, I don't know. Are you familiar with James Bond?
Slightly. I didn't see all the Bond movies, so I can't say that I'm very familiar with James Bond.
Okay. Well, the latest one featuring Daniel Craig was stopped there for a little while. He broke his ankle. Literally, he had 12 weeks off, and while they were down, the management and the owners of the establishment, everything that is concerned with the management of it, got together and had a conversation saying, I think it's time that we change James Bond into a woman. To the world's disgust, Ian Fleming would be rolling over in his grave because he was written in as a man. Now, they sent that out to the world. The world says, no, don't do that. Keep James Bond as a man. So now they've compromised and come up with a gay James Bond.
Okay.
Do you know what they're going to call him?
No.
07.
07.
Not 00. 07. He's going to fire his little gun at people. Anyway, here in New Zealand, we are currently going through a couple of referendums. We want the opinions of people not only from New Zealand, but from outside our shores as well. And one of the big ones right now is decriminalisation and possible legalisation of medical marijuana. Do you agree?
Oh goodness. These are the things I stay away from when it comes to talking about things with a man. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have a real big opinion on it. I'm good with it. Put it that way. I don't mind it.
You know, we don't mind it either, to be very honest with you. In fact, if it helps people, then I say make it available, don't you think?
Absolutely. As a person with chronic pain from Lyme disease, I can tell you I know a lot of people that use that for that, and it works. So,
Nice. Well,
it works.
I got to be honest with you. Just the other day, I was walking down the main street of where we were, and a little old man came up to me in one of those little cart things that they ride on the footpath with a little flag behind it, smiling like crazy. He goes, Grant, the medical marijuana oil. I went, yeah. He says, it's good for your joints. I went, really? Okay, I'll take your word for it.
He's very punny.
Oh, he's a character, he really is. Having said that, the other issue that we have right now is euthanasia. Now, I'm in favour of euthanasia if it is needed in the right context from the person in their right mind, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But, there seems to be that old stigma there, we don't want to take somebody's life here in New Zealand. You see, we're very PC here in New Zealand. So that's what the big issue is right now, is should we legalise euthanasia here in New Zealand? What's your opinion?
Oh goodness. So I watched the documentaries on Dr. Kevorkian, and I'm very interested in this because, again, I've experienced extreme chronic pain and being very miserable. I'm never to that point, but I can understand how someone could get to that point. So I empathize with those people. And, my grandfather died of cancer. He was in such awful pain. He just wanted to go on. And it just seemed like, when you shoot a lame horse or, it's not the same. So I shouldn't say it that way. But at the same time, I can empathize with those people that you're just so miserable. What kind of life is that? So I still think legalizing that's a whole other mess for those people. But I can certainly, like I said, empathize with people that would want that. So I can't really speak to all the legality of it, but it makes sense to me, really. So
I agree with you. I really do. I think it should be to the person who is concerned in their right mind, in the right conditions. I think should be granted. I really, really do. Having said that, though, I want to go peacefully in my sleep like my grandfather did, unlike the passengers in his car screaming at the time.
Right.
Anyway, last question.
Wake I'd like to go to.
Yeah, go in your sleep. Don't be a passenger in my grandfather's car, believe me, it's just, wouldn't have happened. Now, last question. Vegan meat, vegan patties, vegan sausages, have you ever tried any?
Vegan? Not that I know of, so I like meat a lot, so I can't say that I have.
I agree with you. I was just trying to find out if they were made of real vegans.
Is there a way? Help me? I don't know. I'll have to try one sometime to let you know how that tastes.
Much like the Girl Guide biscuits, I'm sure they had a few Girl Guides ground up in there somewhere.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, should I take it one step further? Maybe about Johnson & Johnson baby oil or something like that. You know, how many babies do they have to, reduce down to get into a bottle? Ah, gosh, this is getting ridiculous. It is literally hands down time. Tell me about hands down. Now, believe me, I'm excited because you guys took out an award at Myrtle Beach over the weekend. Tell me all about it.
So hands down is the first single we released off this album. It's a bit of an angry song. I love the lyrics and all the songs, so I wrote them, of course. But this song, it reads like a breakup song. And it's so when people leave something behind, they need to move on from it. So for me, it was like I'm hands down the best thing you ever lost, and that's why I'm gonna leave it, and I'm gonna go on. So that's what this song's about. It's about just being like, I'm done with it, But yeah, so we won Country Single of the Year at the CCMAs, the Carolina Country Music Awards, and I'm really proud of that because it was a pretty stiff competition. So this song's done really well for us. So it was hard to choose off the album, as you know, it's a good album. So, but this song, I think this song rocks, and it's a lot of fun live.
Well, I got to let you know, since we've been playing it, now we have you guys in a number of shows. Believe me, we have you in the 16 Hours of Country on a Sunday, Monday Night Artists as well. I play you in the Breakfast Show, and believe me, I get a lot of requests for Hands Down. In fact, since we've been playing it, 2,113 requests total have been requesting Hands Down. I am totally serious. I really, really am. The stats have just come in. So,
that's amazing.
Right here at Galaxy 107 FM, the hottest of Diamonds and Whiskey's music right now. Hands Down is Hands Down.
People requested the song. That's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. And believe me, my statistician is talking to me in my head. You'll meet her in a minute. Literally, she gives me all the stats over the period of time from the time we very first play your very first song to currently right up to about now. So believe me, she's right onto it. She knows what she's talking about. So, you must be almost coming out of the other end of winter right now. Have you been doing any writing while it's been cold?
So yes, I have a whole new album written. So you're going to get a whole new album later this year.
I'm loving that. So that means to say that you guys are going to come back, and I'm hoping it's going to be the whole band for another interview.
Yes, we will. So I'm hoping to record in the spring with Dale Penner. He did Nickelback stuff. He's amazing. So we're hoping to go to Canada to record this album. I'm really excited about this one. I'm just super excited about it. It's going to be good.
Nice. I am looking forward to it. I haven't scared you off there.
No, we're tight. We go way back, you and me.
Loving it, loving it. I'd give you a high five. So, I am so looking forward to that. I really, really am. I absolutely love your music. The rest of the staff here, right behind it as well. We absolutely adore it. And as I said, it's not easy to get an interview. So it's a unanimous thing. Diamonds and Whiskey are a big hit here at Galaxy.
I can.
Thank you. I'm so honored. Thank you so much.
And I know my production team in the other rooms, they're the first contact after Barbara, if you know what I mean.
Hi, Lynn.
They're very, very selective about what they want to put into our system. They are big fans as well. So believe me, I think you've got it winning across the board here at Galaxy. I do. Let's go back to the desk.
Thank you so much.
We'll wind it up from here, but don't go anywhere just yet.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
It's on you. Galaxy, Galaxy FM.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. For those of you that have joined us this morning here at Galaxy Facebook Live, gotta thank you guys so much. Keep tuning into Galaxy, believe me. We would love to have your company yet again. It is 1 minute after 12 o'clock, 31 degrees downtown. It's been hot all day, gonna get hotter, it really is. Tuesday, January the 28th, and I've been joined today by multi-personality Jenny Webb, Jennifer Rowe. I'm not sure which one I'm addressing right now, and believe me, I thought I needed a straight jacket. I did, but I've never had a multi-personality like this young lady. Absolutely honoured to meet you, Jenny. I am so pleased. Will you please come back again?
Absolutely. As soon as you want me back, I'm there.
Awesome. Now, at the same time, we were talking about, you've done a bit of writing over the winter period, and you're looking at going and recording a brand spanking new album. Can we let it out of the bag? Do you have a name for the album yet?
I have not named this album yet. I have a few ideas, but I haven't named it yet because I haven't decided yet what I want to go with. You know, Heartbreak Queen, originally, that wasn't the idea, but then when I listened to the whole album over and over, it just seemed like that was the theme. You know, is it the Queen of Heartbreak, or is it that, you know, she's been heartbroken so many times? So it was a good title. So this one, I've got to really listen to this album over and over, and then I'll know.
Well, you could always call it Blam.
I could call it Blam. That's right. That might happen.
I think that's a great name. I really, really do. And innovative. It's catchy. It takes people's attention. See that, Blam? There's a reason. Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason for it. There really, really is. Jenny, please don't go anywhere just yet. But we'll wrap this up right now by saying thank you so much to you, and best wishes to the band. I've got it. Is it too late to say Happy New Year? It's a whole new decade right now. I can see Diamonds and Whiskey making it huge in the very, very near future. I really can. Will you have a great day? Love that. Getting them up. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you know it all the time.
There you go. Believe me, mine are like divining rods. I know where to find a beer. I do. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Here's Toto.